Hello everyone, this is Mariela Estrada. This is my revisions and rationale for my lesson about multiplying using equal groups and the array model. Do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? Yes, I ended up using the backward design model for for this lesson that I had created. Um, Ever since the beginning of the backwards design model, you establish an objective that is tied to the certain learning standard that you are using. Um, then all the tasks are created in order to meet that certain task, in order to meet that certain objective. And so all the tasks that I used were leading towards this final outcome or final goal that I had. The tasks that I had as that could be used as evidence are like whiteboard work, use of manipulatives, the problem set questions, and finally the exit ticket and end of unit or module assessment. Do the tasks involve a complex real-world authentic application of the identified knowledge, skill, and understandings? Unfortunately, this is where I had to say no. This is something that I do need to change because I want to make sure that the items that my students are learning in the classroom is something that they can apply to the real world. I found this kind of difficult with the lesson that I chose since finding, they are learning about multiplication and using like equal groups or even the array model. And so what I thought about doing after the fact was leaning more towards like physical manipulatives and using like classroom supplies. So having students take out, let's say, 20 crowns and then putting them into an array of 4 by 5. And then having them solve the different problems. I the reason why I didn't really love this idea was just because of the fact that it's more physical manipulatives, which I was really trying to lean a little bit more towards virtual manipulatives, to incorporate more of those ISD standards. Sorry, I can't talk today. So what I decided to do a little bit to change it more into these standards was to find world images where arrays happen naturally. So like bricks on a wall, cars in a parking lot, trees on in an orchard, etc. And then having students use those images to then solve the different problems. This would encourage them to look for arrays outside in their daily life and also have them using a little bit more of technology. Are a variety of appropriate assessment formats used to provide additional evidence of learning? Yes, but I want to add more. So in this lesson, students were exposed to a pretest on the second day where we kind of reviewed the information from the previous day and then built on it. There were also formative assessments through the whiteboard work problem sets with a partner. And then finally, there were summative assessments through their exit ticket and through their mid and end module assessments. The reason why I say that I want to change this a little bit is because I want to incorporate more technology into the lesson. I can do this through different like assessment games like Kahoot, quizzes, booklet, or Socrative. I've already had experience with all of these, and I don't feel like it would be too difficult to make different arrays that can be displayed on the board, and then students can answer it using their device. My students really like Kahoot and Booklet, and I would really like to incorporate a little bit more of like Socrative and quizzes because those are some that I learned about in the undergrad, and they're a little bit higher order and not so much like a game. So I would like to incorporate those a little bit more. Are students given the opportunity to self-assess and reflect on their learning and performance? Unfortunately, no. They are provided with feedback on their assignments, but they're not really given the chance to like really self-assess on their own work. There are a few moments where I will do like checks for understanding and just kind of have those conversations with them, but I really want it to be more personable and more like them reflecting on their own learning. This is something that Kolk discussed a lot in her article about self assessment and reflection. Two options that she provided that I thought were really interesting was the daily journaling, which you can see pictured right here. I feel like this is something that I can use even kind of as a closing out for the day. Um, just so that students can take a couple minutes just to reflect. This can be done either on like a Google form, or this could be done just paper pencil, just a quick jot down. And then this is another idea that I really like. This is providing like peer feedback, and so they will answer these after their problem set with working with their partner. So, providing that warm and cool feedback. So I feel like that would be really beneficial as well. And there are my references. Thank you.